Hey, what is up, guys? This is Christian. Um, been having some computer problems lately. Unfortunately, I somehow lost the footage from my last video. I'm not sure how that happens because it should upload directly to Loom after I finish recording, but for whatever reason, I couldn't find it. I was honestly contemplating not uploading today, but after last week, I made a commitment to myself, made a commitment to my accountability partner that I was gonna upload regardless of whatever else happens. I wanted to upload Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, no matter what. There's no excuse. I could even upload a short video, doesn't matter. That's something I'm gonna keep doing. And I made commitments to myself that I was gonna do my morning routine and then follow my bedtimes. Keep that at least consistent, if nothing else. And I don't know, just lately, since I lost that momentum last week, I've been struggling a lot to get back together. And then running into computer issues, it's just made me feel like really, I don't know, kind of useless almost, because I'm trying to become a software engineer, a computer science person, and I'm over here having computer problems, and I legitimately don't know what to do. Fortunately, it's working well right now, but it's been kind of on and off, so we'll see what happens. This kind of reminds me of when I first started programming. It was my CS1 class, and at the time I didn't even have a laptop. I just had a desktop, and it was a Mac desktop. And they wanted us to use an IDE called Dr. Java. I don't know if that's an IDE or a text editor. I was never able to download it. So they wanted us to use Dr. Java, but at that time they didn't have the Mac compatible version was like very, very buggy. Or they didn't have like a proper tutorial to download, something like that. So I had to find an alternative method to run Java. So the first classic project is to run a hello world program. Just print the statement hello world, that's it. So, I watched a bunch of tutorials on YouTube, and I found I got a text editor. I can't even remember what it's called. And I found a way to run Java to run the Java program there. But I was running into a ton of issues. I had no idea what I was doing. Before that, I knew how to use a computer. I took classes on Excel, Word. I knew some basic. I had seen some HTML stuff, but I had never tried to compile and run my own program. That was something that was, really beyond my scope. And I sat there for hours and hours and hours, and I was struggling so much, and I was so frustrated because I just got compilation errors. For a while, wasn't running anything, and then I just kept going. I took breaks here and there, and then finally, I got it to run. And I remember the moment I got it to run, I was so happy. I was so happy because the whole time I just felt useless, helpless. I felt like my biting off more than I can chew. I'm over here in the first class and I can't even get the program to run, and I just felt like I had no idea what I was doing. But I kept trying, and finally, I ran that first Hello World program. And I was recently remembering that story. And I would always read online about other computer scientists that they felt the joy of running a Hello World program. And when I used to read, I'll be like, man, these guys are phony. There's no, there's no way they got that happy after running a Hello World program. But I was remembering that story while I was struggling with getting my computer to work. And honestly, it's a kind of an amazing feeling. Honestly, one of the best feelings, to be honest. Yeah. So let's get started. We're going to do a drawing book Python program. Did I click it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Whoa, we got a little graphic. We're upgrading. Bree's drawing teacher asks her to open their book to a page number. I don't know if that's Bri. I don't know. I've never seen that name before. It could be pronounced anyway. We're gonna say Bri. Okay, when she opens to page 1, it's always on the right side. Alright, that makes sense. So imagine like the cover's on the left, so page 1 would be on the right. When she flips page 1, she sees 2 and 3. The last page will always be printed on both sides. Whoa. What is that supposed to mean? Each page except the last page will always be printed on both sides. Okay. So yeah, so at the end of the book, there's only going to be a page on the left side. The right side is going to be the cover. Okay, so she wants to turn to page P. What is the minimum number of pages she will turn? She can start at the beginning or the end of the book. Okay. I mean, technically, you would flip to the same number of pages regardless. Complete the page count function in the editor below. It should return the minimum number of pages Bree must turn to. Must turn. Page count has the following patterns. N is the number of pages in the book. P is the page number to turn to. Okay. So is this like physical pages or page numbers? I'm guessing page numbers. Yeah, so input is 6 and 2. N is the number of pages in the book. So the first line is N. There's 6 pages in the book. And the second line is an integer P, the page that Bree teacher wants her to turn to. So in this case, she would turn 1 page to get. Okay, yeah. I got you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. She started. Oh, wait. If Bree starts turning from page 1, she only needs to turn the minimum number. Okay. So we gotta check from both ways. Okay. I'm not sure why this one was an 89% one. The explanations here are really good, really easy to follow. Sample input 5 and 4. So 5 pages of book, 4. 1, 2. Okay, I don't really get this one. Oh, I see. If Bree starts turning from page 5, she doesn't need to turn any pages. But wait, wouldn't it be go up to page 6? When they explained it to me, that was my understanding. So they would flip that and it would be at page 6. Let me see if I can read a little bit more. Maybe I missed something. The number of pages in the book, okay. So there's, in this case, there's 5 pages in the book. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's not physical pages, it's page numbers also. Alright, so that makes sense. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would technically be 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can see why this is a little bit difficult. Luckily, I brought some paper because I'm definitely gonna need to write some stuff out. Alright, so so it's gonna be in multiples of 2. If it's a multiple of 2, yeah, then it means a new page. Yeah, so even numbers are going to be the beginning. Yeah, so if it's an odd number, it means, yeah, okay. So I'm kind of getting it. I don't think physical pages has anything to do with it. Alright, cool. No, it is physical pages because it wants us to output the number of pages they turn. Yeah, page turns. Okay. Alright, cool. Honestly, this still kind of throws me off a little bit. Write your code here. Okay. Oh, look at this. We got a good name for our method. Okay. N is, what did they say? Oh man, I'm gonna read this again. Let's see. It's integer N, the number of pages in the book. Okay. I could just put pages in book. So then P is page number we want to turn to. Turn to page. Alright, cool. So we want to return pages turned. Do a for loop. We don't even need to do that. I feel like we don't need to iterate. We can probably do some math to figure this out. So we go if so we divide the pages in the book by 2. We'll do this in a variable. Oh man, I always forget we don't need to define them. It gets kind of confusing programming in a bunch of different languages at the same time. Halfway page equals pages in book divided by 2. How do I make sure that's a float? Would I just cast this to float, or will it just become a float? Let's see. Hopefully this will show us right away. Expected output, we got nothing. Why? Oh, 3.0. Okay, so does it cast it to a float? That's good. That's what we want to see. Debug option. Oh yeah, because I didn't return anything. I got a little confused there for a second. So it does cast it to a float automatically, and that's what we want. See how would we do this? If we do abs, halfway page minus turn to page. How do we know which one's greater than? Oh, I have an idea. We can do a compare. Check this out. This is 200 IQ play. So we'll subtract by the length first. So we'll go pages in book minus turn to page. We'll put a high side. And then we'll put low side. So it could be, this is always going to be positive. This one will need to be abs. And then we'll go we'll go like that. And go with high side is greater than low side. We'll colon here, and then we'll do some sort of modulus, I think. Let's see, okay. So the examples they gave us, let's do some calculations. So they want to turn, they're on page 5, they want to turn to page 4. So if we do it's the best way to do this actually. If it's odd, you'll have to do another statement. Okay, I get it. Okay, so we'll have to do modulus 2. So we'll go if pages, no, sorry, turn to page modulus 2. So if it's even, then we'll do so this is a situation if it's we need to be going to the low side. So we're going from left to right. So going left to right, if it's modulus 2, then we're always going to have to turn that first page. So it's going to be redo this. So it's going to be even. We're always going to have to turn that first page. So it's always going to be, say we're on page 6. And we've determined that we go from left to right. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Is that the number of pages we turn? We turn 1. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So it is 3. So then we'll go return to page, divide by 2. So else return so if it's odd, that means, let's see, say if it was page 5. 5 divided by 2, we'll cast it to an int. It's technically 2.5, but we're going to put 2. So 2, we'll do 2 plus 1. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does make sense. No, it doesn't. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it does, actually. Yeah. I think this will work. I don't see why not. So the only thing I don't like about this is going from left to right. So we're just gonna write it either way. Honestly, if they're equal, it doesn't really matter, right? No, I don't want to do that. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, wait, no. That should be fine, right? What's wrong? Can I not cast to int? I'm scared. Is that how I'm supposed to do it? I don't understand why that's unexpected. it kind of bothers me how inconsistent this is. Oh, I was looking for that anyways. If x is a number, return x dot int. Let's try to get, yeah. Alright. So we're gonna have to look this up, unfortunately. It has to be in parentheses. Is that what's going on? So this isn't in parentheses, everything else is. Okay. I mean, hopefully this works. I can't really tell or not. So if we're going from right to left, in the case that it's even, it's going to be the page. Oh, it depends on the turn to page. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit more confusing. Because if it's even, if it's odd, there's one extra page it's going to have to turn to. So if it's odd, it's going to be 0. If it's even, it's going to be 0. No, that should work fine. Check it. Just do the same thing as this. Looks pretty good to me. Oops. Except for that. Alright, cool. Not even sure why this is here. Really has no reason to be, but okay, so we got 1.0. It's not what we wanted. We got 2 here. Oh, okay. How are we gonna do this? Because in this situation, it's going to be too high. We have to do it based on the halfway mark. So would it be high side divided by 2? Let's run it. So we're still getting that for some reason. 1.0. Should I cast this to int also? Yeah, I should. Just to keep it consistent, and I'm pretty sure. I think when you divide, it might auto make it to float automatically. Yeah, see. So let's submit this, make sure it works, because last time we struggled a lot. Okay, so we're getting 2 cases for sure. Oh, definitely not 2 cases. Okay, let's check it out. 22, something like that. I don't even know how many hackers I have. Expected output. Mine gave the wrong answer. Alright, cool. 13481. That should be the answer. These pretty big numbers, to be honest. I kind of like these ones that have like a bunch of different tests. Whoa. That's not even close to what we're supposed to be getting. Should I be casting into a long, maybe? Is it too short? No, it doesn't make sense. Long should be... There should be plenty of data allocation, but let's see. Is there not longs in Python? Oh, good. Yeah, there is. Would you look at that? It should be fine. Long is not defined. Well, let me do it then. What do you mean undefined variable long? I guess maybe this doesn't support long for some reason. Don't know why. Is it because of the return? String result. So no matter what I get, it's casting it to a string, which is kind of strange. If I cast it to string. It's just the result, right? Hopefully. Okay, we'll run it again. No, that's still not even close. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's way too high. It should only be 1,000 something, meaning we're doing something wrong in our division statement. It's gotta be the one down there. I think that makes sense. So we had high side, and then we divide that by 2. Alright, let me see. Let me see real quick. Alright, so in this, alright, there we go. So in this situation, we're going to calculate high side. So it's pages in book. Is it really that many? Wow. Minus the turn 2 page. Okay, so that's what we're getting. Okay, then low. How do you clear this? Doing the halfway page. Maybe something wrong with the halfway page, which is the pages in the book divided by 2. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Just seems kind of high. Dude, imagine reading a book that long. That'd be insane. It's like a... No, maybe not. No, that would be like an encyclopedia set. That's almost 100,000 pages. That's insane. Alright, so... Yeah. I'm going to do low side, which is going to be that minus the turn 2 page, which is this. Okay, that doesn't even make sense. What? Yeah, that's why we're getting it wrong. No, it does make sense. Okay. Wait. No, it doesn't. So the low side is coming out to be a lower number than the high side, meaning they would start turning from the low side instead of the high side, which clearly does not make any sense because it's only 20,000 away from the high side. Yeah, no. So our logic here is incorrect. The halfway page. We don't even need to calculate the halfway page, do we? Yeah, no. This is useless. Because whatever it's closer to is where it should go. So we'll do the I don't think we even need to use the math.abs. Oh, I see. Okay. The only thing I'm worried about is like those middle cases. That's why I have the halfway mark. No, this should be fine. Because whatever side is closer. Yeah. So this will be a little bit easier. Page in the book minus the turn 2 page. The high side is greater than turn 2 page. Because the turn 2 page from the low side is literally 0 to the turn 2 page. So if that is greater than the turn 2 page minus the pages in the book, then we'll start from the other side, you know? So we'll try this again. We'll run it. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It was a little bit of a struggle, but it was not like anything excruciating where I had to spend hours grinding. It was just like my mentality was correct, but we only have one test case wrong now. Interesting. Everything else is right. Wow. I'm gonna use 5 more of my. Whoa. 6 and 5? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Run it back. Getting 0. That should be right, no? That's one of the examples they gave us. Oh, it's 5 and 4. So 6 and... Oh, it should be 1. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Because it'll be... It's like this, except that we have one more book. And this book has a 6 on this side. So we'll have to turn 1 page over. So there's an error in our logic on this side. We do high side divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. Oh, okay, I see. Everything else came out right, though. That's so weird. What's the best way to do this? Should we even use high side as a reference? If I add 1. If I add 1... No, adding 1 would kind of throw everything off. What if I add 0.5? I mean, it'll work on this one. So we're casting to an int, but will it work on everything else? Kind of concerned. Yeah, see, no. I can't believe that one corner case. Oh shoot. Create this big problem. Alright. So I think the issue is up here. Should we do an if statement like this one up here as well? Wait, these are the same. No, adding one and throw everything off by one. We just want this corner case to work. So let's see what's going on here. Let's drag it real quick. So high side is pages in the book minus the turn 2 page. So in this case, it's going to be 1. Okay. So since 1 is less than 5, we go to the else statement right away, and we do 1 divided by 2. Yeah, and we get 0. We're not always going to have to turn that one page. Alright, check this out. So I think here's where we need this. This one, very clearly, has no need for this at all, since they're exactly the same. And put it down here instead. And we'll do high side. This is even. And yeah, that's fine. And here, about 0.5. Should be fine, right? I don't know why it's giving me this error. Line 17. Oh, okay, I see. Wait, no, I don't see. If, else. That looks fine. What's going on? Else here. Unexpected token, new line. Oh, I see. Is that it? No. Whoa. Oops. Oh, okay, I see. Good. Alright, cool. That should give us what we wanted. It's kind of sad. Okay, what did we have before? Because what we had before was almost working. Honestly, don't see the difference between either of these two. So we just had high side divided by 2. Cast it to an int. Which is normal, right? Five and 4 is not wrong. See, 5 and 4, yeah, it should be 0. But I'm probably giving it 1. Oh, okay. So maybe it should be the opposite. Let's try doing the opposite. Try running the opposite. Really kind of bothers me that it does that. There we go. So our output here is 2. Definitely wrong. So even if I gotta add 1, does that make sense? I don't know. No, I don't think that makes sense, because then we're gonna get 1 more than we're getting. We're getting 3 now. Oh god, legitimately not even close. All right, so something's wrong. Oh, first of all, gosh. Alright, so we're good there. We're gooch. We're gooch. So the one we were struggling with was 6 and 5, because that one should be 0, but we're getting 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah. 6 and 5, we're getting 1. I guess that's a corner case, so are we checking high side? What if we check the pages turned? The turn to page present, yeah, until equals 0. Return. Return this plus 1. How about that? Nope. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna put an and you see that? I didn't use the bitwise operator this time. And what? If we do doesn't equal 0, and it equals the, sorry, pages in book equals turn to page minus 1. It's a very specific case. That should just be a return 1. If everything else worked, we could do that. Just return 1. What are we getting? out of hackos. Oh no. Oh no. Expected output is 0. I guess I didn't have unlimited hackos. Alright, let's run it. We're getting 1. Okay. So what we were struggling with is 6 and 5, 2 and 1. Oh, guys, yeah, I see. Wait. Oh, because on page 1, I see. Wait, no, I don't see. It's 2 pages, but oh, it's, yeah, okay, now I get it. Why would it let me do it from that side, though? If I did it -1. Because that means 0 pages, right? Yeah. So hopefully, I think that was it. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's clean this up a little bit. It seems kind of repetitive, a little bit redundant. Especially this right here. I feel like I don't really need to do all that for something so simple for a corner case. So let me think. So I don't need this. Oops, sorry. Maybe if I do something with the high side. Since even marks the beginning of the book for this side. If I add 1 at the beginning. Not sure. I'm not sure how many more changes I can make to this. It's not even, okay, and it means that because if it's even, that's when we have to turn the page. This is a corner case. Equals the turn to page. How can I do this better? There's a better way to do this, I know it. So we're having trouble with the evens, and then having to turn that 1 page over. So it's messing us up from the high side. So the case we were looking at was 6 and 5. So the high side is equal to 1 here. 1 is less than 5. So we go down there, and there's 1 divided by 2, and it gets to 0, even though should technically be 1. So I just thought of something kind of a little cheeky. So if we do it in reverse order, thinking that 1, where even numbers are like page 1, but on the other side of the book. So we have a halfway page, which is what I said I didn't need. But we'll do one anyways. Halfway page is equal to, put halfway mark. No, it'll have to be page. In the book, divide by 2. That's halfway page. Cast it to an int. So if it's a 5, the halfway page would be 2. Is that correct? 1, 2. That's not even. I guess that area in the book is gonna be. So 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's just what we're getting. Should we round up? So if we start with 5, 5 is like the cover of the book. I'm kind of overthinking this a little bit. I'm gonna take a little break already. I've been kind of struggling to this video. Luckily this is a pretty easy problem, and we did solve it, but I just feel like there's more we could do with this. And as a programmer, I'm not really sure if this is the best way to do things. I'm still kind of testing things out for myself. But what I'm coming to understand is that whenever I do this, whenever I nitpick certain methods, thinking that there's a better way, I end up setting myself back a lot. And I don't know if it's really worth it. Back when I was in high school, it's kind of funny. It was my U.S. World History class, and it was when I used to go to a different school. It was like this engineering magnet school, that's what they call it, and it was really far away from where I lived. It was like an hour-long bus ride there and back, and I was trying to play sports, and it was just wasn't really working out. And I returned back to my home school, and I was taking my U.S. history class, and it was a really easy class compared to the U.S. history class I was taking at my other school. Teacher was way more laid back. Everything was super easy, and I was a new kid. And one day I forgot my homework, and I remember when I was younger, this would kind of happen to me a lot. And my mom, she teaches at a school. She's an elementary school teacher. She taught at a school probably around 5 minutes away from the school and 5 minutes away from my house. And then when you went from my house to the school, it was about 5 minutes total. So, before in the past, I would ask my mom to go pick up my schoolwork so I could turn it in. It didn't happen that often, but she would be really upset, telling me how irresponsible I was. And I was at this new school, and I came up with this idea. I was like, hey, I could probably just walk over to my house, pick up my schoolwork, and bring it back. And my lunch hour is like an hour, so I probably could have pulled it off. That's what I thought. So then it was around that season where in the morning it's pretty cold, so I was wearing a sweater, and then during the day it became progressively pretty hot. And where I live, it gets really hot. And so I start running. I start running back to my house, and it's all uphill. I run there, and I'm pretty out of shape, so halfway through I gotta start taking breaks, and then I do little sprints, and then I'll take another break, and then I'll sprint, and then I'll take a break. And it started getting hot, so I had this real heavy jacket. I didn't bring my backpack with me because I didn't want anything weighing me down, and I started carrying my jacket, and it just became real uncomfortable, so I hid it in some random person's trash can. It was an empty trash can. I don't know why that was the move. I probably could have left in the street, and it's a relatively safe neighborhood. Everyone's in school, so it would have been fine. So I kept running, and I kept looking at the time, and it took me about No, it took me like 40 minutes to get there because I don't know, I didn't leave like right when the bell rang. So it took me about 40 minutes into my lunchtime to get up to my house. So I get to my house, I eat real quick because I'm not gonna skip lunch, and then I'm sitting there contemplating. I'm like, man, because my grandpa's truck was at the house. My dad was doing yard work. I started contemplating. I was like, should I take this truck? I was like, I didn't have my license at the time. I had only practiced once, I think. And I was just like, nah, it's too risky. So I run back. I showed up pretty late. I was like 45 minutes late for class. Pulled up, turned in my assignment, and it was not a hard assignment. It was real easy. I turned it in. I ended up getting an 80, I think. And I remember being so upset. I had, spent just a small amount of time actually finishing the homework, and then I went through all that effort to turn in something that was like, what, maybe 2% of my grade. In the end, maybe 1% even. Took all that time, all that effort, ended up my hair was everywhere. I was all sweaty. I was really self-conscious that I smelled like sweat. And I just pretty much, like, the rest of the day kind of went downhill from there. I just remember being so caught up on that. And then when I got the B, I just realized, like, all that effort I put into it wasn't really worth it, But that's kind of how I feel about this problem. And I think I'm just going to wrap up there because I solved it, and I actually have class in 20 minutes, and we got it to work. And that was a goal, and it was relatively clean code. The only thing was we made this corner case. I didn't really like how specific it was, but got the job done. All right, so that's that for today. I posted my video. I'm pretty happy. Well, I haven't posted it yet, but I will. I'm pretty happy about that, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.